Hello, boys and girls. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the next week of learning mathematics. So we're continuing on measurement as you would have been doing with your teacher. We'll be looking more at measuring and measuring with our rulers and so on. But just before we go on, just to test if you remember it, because we began talking about standard units of measurement and non-standard units of measurement. Does anybody remember the difference between the two? Remember that when we talk about non-standard, we mean when we use our hands or our foot or pens, anything we can find to measure, anything at all, the handspan and so on. But we know that is not always good. That is why we have things like our rulers and so on to measure. So our standard units of measurement now are our rulers, our meter sticks. I don't know if you've ever seen one. Those measuring cups and those tape measures. Let me just give you anything to help you out. You see anything at all that you can see with numbers, with lines and numbers? Usually those are standard units of measurement. And you can always sing the song that we did last time to remember. All right, so moving on. So continuing standard units of measurement. I wonder if anybody has ever seen these words. Can you pronounce these words? Any boy or girl can pronounce these words? Great. This is meter, metre, and this is centimeter, centimetre. Now, boys and girls, ensure that you can spell these words. So you can pause the video, write them down somewhere so you can always look back at them and know to spell them. Now, these are what we use. These are the units we use when we're talking about, measuring length, right? So meter, sometimes you'll see meter, other times you'll see a M, sometimes you'll see centimeters, and other times you'll see cm. Means the same thing. All right. So now on a ruler, for example, on a ruler, we can see it usually tells you what you're measuring. So you see the cm there up here, and you see the meter over here. Sometimes it's in words, sometimes it comes in the letters, but you have to know that it's meter and centimeter. All right, great. Let's move on. Now, how long is a centimeter? Now, I set up, this is my ruler, my red ruler. I set up it and I put a coin, a $1 coin on it, a Jamaican $1 coin. And if you realize, this is 2 centimeters. So a coin, the little $1 Jamaican coin, if you can find when you look at it, that is 2 centimeters. It stretches across roughly 2 centimeters. So and if you want to be more specific, you see a fingernail. If you're looking at my camera now, you see a fingernail right here. If you stretch it across, it is 1 centimeter. Just your fingernail. Just as you see the hand is there, your fingernail is 1 centimeter long. Now, since you know what a centimeter is now, do you think you know what a meter is? As you can see in the screen, it's 100 centimeters. So how many fingernails would I need to make 1 meter? If I have that, if 1 centimeter is my fingernail, how many would I need to make 1 meter? Great, excellent, boys and girls. You need 100 of your nails stretch across. Imagine that 100 nails stretch across, and that would be 1 meter. And next way to look at it is if you're making a big step, if you make a big step, one large step, not little step, a big step that is about 1 meter long. But it with some of us step longer, some of us step shorter, so it's best to always use your ruler. And that is why we're moving on to standard units of measurement. So here's my little white ruler down at the bottom. Look at the bottom. Everybody see my white ruler? What is it measuring? It is measuring centimeters. So you see M right there, just as so you'll see on your ruler. It is measuring centimeter. Now the ruler is used to measure length. Now look at this pencil. Which bright boy or bright girl can tell me how long is this pencil? Great. Some of you got it. It is 8 centimeters long. But how do we know it is 8 centimeters long? Look at this. All we have to do is count the spaces. So we're starting at 0, right? Because we see that the edge of the pencil starts at 0. And we say, all right, we go from 0 to 1 is what? 1 centimeter. From 1 to 2 is what? 2 centimeters. When I go from 2 to 3, I don't know the centimeter. That is what? 3 centimeters, 4 centimeters, 5 centimeters, 6 centimeters, 7 centimeters, and 8 centimeters. What I want you to realize, boys and girls, is that when you're measuring with a ruler, it's important that you count the spaces. Don't just look at the numbers, It's important to look at the numbers, but we count the spaces from 0 to 1, from 1 to 2, from 2 to 3, and so on and so forth, right? We're going to do some more examples. It's very easy, I promise. Look at this rectangle. Everybody sees the rectangle, that pink rectangle? with the ruler below it, how long is that rectangle? Did I hear somebody say 4 centimeters? Yes, this is 4 centimeters. So we can easily look at it because it starts at 0 and it ends at 4. So we can know it is 4 centimeters because it starts at 0. From 0 to 1 is 1 centimeter. From 1 to 2 is what? 2 centimeters. From 2 to 3 is 3 centimeters. And from 3 to 4 is 4 centimeters. So this rectangle right here is 4 centimeters long. Very good. One more example. This big triangle now. How long is it? The part stretch against the ruler there. Did I hear somebody say 7 centimeter? It is 7 centimeters long. How do we know? We count our spaces. From 0 to 1 is 1 centimeter. From 1 to 2, and so on and so forth. You realize that is what? 7 centimeters. Remember, if it starts at 0, if you look at the start point and you start your ruler at 0, you can just look back at where it ends and you know that it is 7. But it's always important to know you count your spaces. This one is a little easier. Are you getting it, boys and girls? How long is the side of this square? 1 centimeters. From 0 to 1 is 1 centimeter because we start at 0 again. And from 1 to 2 is 2 centimeters. So it is 2 centimeters long because we start at the 0 and it ends at 2. But I have a trick for you now. I want to see if I can challenge you. It's a little challenge for you. What is the length of this square in front of you now? But guess what? My ruler was broken because sometimes our ruler get broken, right? But does that mean that the ruler is no longer good? Look at this. So if I line up my broken ruler, so it doesn't start at 0 again, it starts at what? 4. How long is my square? 7 centimeters? No, it is not 7 centimeters. This is why we must what? Count the spaces. Let us count the spaces. From 4 to 5 is how many centimeters? 1 centimeters. From 5 to 6 is what? 2 centimeter. And from 6 to 7 is 3 centimeters. So this square is what? 3 centimeters long. What about this triangle? This is the last one we're doing. How long is it? The ruler, it doesn't start at 0. So if your ruler is long and you realize, say, like it doesn't start at 0, I want to align it to 0. But suppose I don't want to align it to 0, I can just count the spaces because it begins at what? Where does the triangle start? At the 1 mark. Everybody sees the triangle starts at the 1. I can just count the spaces. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 centimeters long if I count the spaces. Or if you don't want it, if your ruler is fine, all you have to do is ensure you start at the 0 mark. So let us start at the 0 mark. Let us move up our ruler. If we start at the 0 mark, what? We realize it's going to end where? At the 7. And if we count the spaces again, we realize that we're going to end up with 7 centimeters. So that's it, boys and girls. That's how you use your ruler to measure. All you have to do, ensure that you look at me, look at my camera. Ensure that you look for the 0 and align your 0 and start at the 0 and you see where it ends and you know how long something is. Now to just test if you can do it on your own, parents help them for me please. You're going to do what? You're going to draw 3 lines in your notebook. Just 3 lines in your notebook. Then you're going to use a ruler. After you draw the 3 lines, you're going to use a ruler to measure those 3 lines and you're going to tell me how long are your 3 lines, right? You can send it to Miss Evans, right? All right. Have a good day. Thank you. Bye.